Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Friday. It is the 24th day of May 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. Your family's safe and healthy today. Happy Friday to you, 5/24/24. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders every day out here saving lives. And those also that pick up garbage, doing the dirty work, keeping our places clean. And those that make deliveries, the humble work for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that create and make the demand for these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, children, veterans, families in the streets of the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. I just want to put out, first of all, there's going to be a number of people that don't even look at the video and start making comments and then ask me opinions about information that's already in the video. Please look at the video first before you start asking questions or making comments or assuming what you think the video is about. Today, we're going to talk about the concept of media foolishness saying Jalen Brunson's leaving $113 million on the table. That is false. It is stupid. Let's go back to Julius Randle, and we'll take this as an example. And then we'll talk about Jalen Brunson. When Julius Randle was up for an extension, he could have signed for something around $120 million with the Knicks. If he waited, he could have got up to $180 million. There were two problems with that. Even though he was eligible for a higher amount, the Knicks and nobody else was going to give him that amount. There's a difference between being eligible and actually getting it. So he took the sure thing and didn't wait and got the $100 million. And people kept saying, well, he gave the Knicks a break. He didn't give the Knicks no break. That's what he was going to get. Jalen Brunson's eligible for a $156 million extension this year. If he waits 1 year, he's eligible for over $250 million. So that people say, well, if he signs now, he's leaving $113 million on the table. No, he's not. First of all, there's two problems. Well, let's take three. If it was you, somebody's offering you $156 million guaranteed this year. Guaranteed. No matter what. You get hurt after you sign it, you're still getting $156 million. Or you could wait a year in a game where you take almost more charges than everybody in the NBA, where you're always getting hurt because you're playing physical, and you could get a career-threatening injury. If you make it through that, we can get you to, you're eligible for over $250 million. There's no guarantee that Don's going to offer you $250 million. And matter of fact, he probably won't. So what you do? I'd take the 156 in my face right now, plus the 24 he's getting, making it $181 million, done. See, how much money do you need? When you get to $100 million, you got generational wealth locked. Even after taxes, $50 million. You got generational wealth locked. Even though these are professional athletes, and yes, they're getting paid more, way more than any average entertainer or person, they're still people. They still got families. Take the money. It's no brainer. And he's not leaving $113 million on the table because there's no guarantee he would get the $113 million. So you take the 156 that's in your face right now. And you don't think about what you might have got. You got 181, which means not even including what he's already been paid in the previous two seasons with the Knicks, somewhere around $50 million. After taxes, $25 million. You take the $181 million you still got coming after taxes, $90 million. So now you still got $150 million after taxes, $115 million. And your family and your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren and your great-great-grandchildren are set. So all of this BS about him leaving $113 million on the table is just that, BS. And please stop buying into that catnip. It ain't worth your time. So the Knicks are going to lock down Jalen Brunson. The real question is, what's the Knicks going to do in choosing between Precious Achua and Bodega 44? That's the real question. That's a real question. Because the Knicks have 8 of their 9 guys on lock right now. Brunson, DiVincenzo, OG, Hartenstein, and Juju. They got that. Lock. And don't listen to this crap about, again, another BS. OG's going to test the mark. OG signing with the Knicks. Over. Done. He's going to get his money. He's injury prone. Over. Done. Signing with the Knicks. Glad to have him. Welcome back. We move forward. The bench is Mitchell Robinson, which y'all still ain't getting. Mitchell's injury prone. On the bench, he's not. Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride. So now you're talking whether we should keep Precious or Bodega 44. And there's arguments on both sides. Again, the Don plays chess, not checkers. We talked about Caruso, but that's a possibility. Still possibility. It's not guaranteed. But now you got to talk about what if Caruso's not available? What if he don't want to come to New York? What do? Well, you got to choose between Precious and Bodega. You got 2 solid bench pieces right here. Precious can fill in for a center or a power forward. He could fill in for either one. And he could ball, from those positions. He's still got development, but that's also a positive. He's got upside. He's going to get better. Okay? So you can re-sign him. And I'm telling you, he's not even going to get the mid-level exception. I'm saying Precious going to probably get around the $6 million a year. 3 years, $18 million, something like that. Okay? Or he could go test the open market and get what he wants. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. He's going to be a restricted free agent. He can get what he wants. And then if they want to overpay him, they can. Or you exercise, Bodega 44 is only guaranteed $3 million next year. So if you cut him, you saving $16 million. Okay? But if you want to see Julius, and we're going to talk about Julius. Julius is going to be 30 this year. Next year, he's eligible for an extension. Now, I don't know what the Knicks are going to do. I don't know what the Don's going to do because Juju is 30 this year. He'll be 31, 32 at the end of this contract, and you're talking extension for a guy past 31. I don't know. See, they're going to want to keep him because his culture is loyal, but how much they will pay him is a whole nother story. A whole nother story. And again, the Don is smart. You're going to measure Juju's value versus the league. What's somebody out there going to pay him? Okay, so there's that. So you got to prepare for that. In the meantime, if you wanted to keep Bodega 44, this is the thing. You have Mitch Robb, you have Josh Hart, and you have Deuce. That's your bench. 3 very solid, in fact, very good defenders. And you could surround Bodega 44 with that. And I'm not theorizing now because we've actually seen that. You surround him with those 3 defenders. You add to that an OG or a Dante, right? You could add to that, or Juju, or if you wanted to, you can go Jalen Brunson, but you can add to him a defender, which is DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo or OG. You could add to him a defender, and now you got a savvy veteran surrounded by defenders who can shoot the rock. He's 6'7", 230, got a little bulk to him. Not that he's a great defender, but he does bring the hustle. He does try. So you got that. So now that's it. And I'm not trying to say I'm going to make the choice. I know everybody going to have an opinion, but I'm going to let the Don make the choice. But either way that you go, it's going to be good because you either got a rising guy that got a lot of upside, or you got a guy that's playoff savvy. And you're going to be in the playoffs. You now in the conversation for the chip. So you could be in that conversation. So either you could go one or the other. Now, I kind of honestly, though I love Precious and I do still think he's Oakley 2.0. If I'm going to make a draft pick this year and save him for 2 years, right? Then I got a guy that could take Precious's spot. I'm going to get a first round pick. We talked yesterday about Deron Holmes, or the day before yesterday, about Deron Holmes. He could easily replace Precious in 2 seasons. In the meantime, you might, this year you talking about the chip, right? This year we talking about the chip now. Okay, so Bodega come back healthy with all the rest of the crew come back healthy. You got a chip level team with a savvy veteran combined with youth. And if you get a Deron Holmes, you got a guy for 2 years from now when Juju might be too expensive and too old for the money he might be asking for. I think I would lean toward Bodega in this scenario, though I love Precious. So we have to see how this works out. But no, Brunson ain't leaving no $113 million on the table. No, he's not. He's not gonna get. Nobody gonna give him $250 million. Okay. He's all NBA, and congratulations. But ain't nobody doing that. Okay, that's too much money. So take your 156, which he gonna get now. Jalen's a smart young man, and he's gonna do that. He's gonna take his 156, which he gonna get right now. Okay. And he's gonna take his 24, which he got coming, $181 million. He's gonna take that. Okay. And he's going to be happy. And we're going to be happy. Next. Okay? So this whole leaving money on the table, don't listen to the cursory BS. Look further into it. Okay? But we be all right. Y'all enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. We will be live again over the weekend. We got some other stuff to go over. We got some rookies to discuss. I got, like I said, 2 or 3 other guys, including Khalil Ware. We'll talk about a couple of other guys. I found a guy that I really like. Somebody suggested him. And I did look him up, and I like him. We'll talk about him also. I'm not going to tell you who he is, but we'll talk about him also. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Please be safe out there. Shalom.